Electricast.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The lone wolf, who you thought was a good collaborator because you didn't have the right candidate insights. But once you hired them, it was all hoarding info, declining meetings, and howling at the full moon? But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can go deeper than just the resume to find you a perfect fit. By using insights from the LinkedIn network to give you a short list of best fit candidates. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
What up? It's Interview Style, where we talk about movies or whatever. This one is dedicated to the Sneak for obvious reasons. The Sneak, we're happy you're here. Thanks for listening to Interview Style. Today we're talking about puke. Iris, can you conceive of the spectrum of movie puke?
Why puke specifically? Why not barf, vomit?
I chose puke because relatively does something take me out of a movie more than bad-looking puke. And there are puke scenes that are very important to the movies in which they reside and to me as formative movie experiences or whatever. But puke so rarely looks good, and so I wanted to celebrate the ones that did look good while also turning a stink eye on the ones that don't so much.
So you're a puke connoisseur.
Yep.
Let's hear from some special effects peeps out there. How do you do good puke?
There's only two ways, both of which are represented in the list that I have in my mind.
Yeah, speaking of this list, when you said like movie puke, I thought you meant word vomit, like, hey, let's just talk haphazardly about these movies. And then, only then, after I finished the list and considered it more thoughtfully, did I realize you were actually talking about specific vomiting scenes in these key movies. Okay, what are the movies, Wes?
Well, The Exorcist is probably the most famous movie puke. Would you not agree?
Ugh. Well,
and as we discussed in our discussion of The Exorcist, the only special effect, because they did have the tube where she projectile vomits the split pea soup onto Father Karras, and rather than having the tube come from the side, she looked directly down the barrel of the camera and puked, and so they had to adjust it digitally so the puke is actually coming from her mouth. Because otherwise, people are like, and they run into the corner and go, and then they cough a little bit. Mm-hmm. And you're like, that's the lamest thing. What did you like? Grab a bite of oatmeal and just spit it on the floor? It's terrible.
Yeah. And I always wonder about those people, those characters. Like, are there real life people who just go, bleh? I've heard of these fabled pukes where someone just leans over and goes, bleh. But when I puke, it's like,
well,
so
the former, that's how Dracula pukes.
Bleh.
Bleh.
Who pukes like that?
Yeah, the vocalizations for uncontrollable body things.
Involuntary.
It's been quite a while since I puked, but I'm definitely a puke screamer.
Okay, so Reagan's puke, what about it? So it's gross, but is it the grossest?
No, well, maybe the gross because there's so much puke on him, and he like touches it with his hand and looks at it, and you're like, ew.
Is it the most famous? I mean, it's notorious, but it's arguably not from the most famous or most decorated movie.
Maybe. I think it is. Stand By Me wasn't nominated for Best Picture. The Exorcist was.
Another movie on your list won Best Picture.
Yes, that's true. And maybe my personal favorite, because these other ones don't make me laugh, but Honora, the puke scene, made me laugh. When poor What's-His-Nuts, who Sean Baker had mentioned, that character was technically on the wagon. He was sober because he was a recovering addict or whatever. And when he was made to take pain pills because he got kicked in the nose or whatever, then he pukes, and it was joyous and funny because he did it quietly, right? But it just kept coming. And the beauty of that was that he covered his mouth to be polite, and it just oozed out between his fingers. And it was the funniest because he had a tube down his sleeve. It's how you do it practically and in the moment in scene. That was amazing. And then they're like, they have to clean out the whole car, and they're like complaining about how it still smells like puke. Man, what's his nuts' car? His wife's car got super messed up.
Oh, jacked. It got so messed up. It is one of the funnier puke scenes because of how hard he tries to stop it, and because it just keeps coming. It's so realistic in that way. I've done the exact same thing with water. For whatever reason, whenever I'm drinking water in the car, not whenever, I swallow water incorrectly in the car. I don't know what it is. And I've often spit like all over the dash. It's super embarrassing.
Yeah, where you go,
why?
And it's just like you spray everyone or the windshield and the.
And I know it's water and it's going to be fine, but I'm trying so desperately to swallow it. Oh.
I do that. I have done that too. As an aside, Super 8 gets a mention because they're in the bus and heavy things are going down. You probably don't even... Did you see Super 8?
It's been a while.
And we didn't discuss it, but like The Exorcist, it's definitely a digital puke coming right from the kid's mouth. It's like mom burping, but with puke.
Oh, I just got nauseous when you said that.
He just goes, ah, and opens his mouth fully wide. So that at least deserves a mention. But recently, I was watching Stand By Me and that clip of Lardass and the pie eating contest.
Boom baba.
Boom baba, boom baba, boom. Man, that's really mean
to
the fat kid from the
Terrible.
50s. Anyway, that puke scene probably looms large in your memory. But if you watch it, it's really poorly done. I'm going to blame the editor for a great fantasy scene that's has been with me my whole life. But he could have cut before the puke tube on the side stopped. You know, like when you turn down the intensity or when you turn it off, it tapers off and you can see that the puke is not coming from their mouth. You should have left it and cut while it was still full force out of the tube because it looks silly in almost every shot. It's
a story. It's picture in picture. Like how closely are you going to criticize a story within a story?
I don't know. But that one wins a special award for sheer volume.
And color. It's like bright blue.
Even texture. With blueberries.
Okay, so I was curious about that. So is that considered good movie puke or subpar?
It is fantasy movie puke. It is a story being told by a kid, and in the imagination of those kids is exactly how it happened.
Yeah. The fat ladies who barf in their purses, that's the oatmeal barf that you're talking about before.
Right, and discreet and like with no sound. Yeah.
This is gross. This is so gross. You know that I know somebody who has this condition, and there's an actual word for fear of puke. Well, I mean, there's a phobia word for everything possible, but do you know what the fear of puke is?
It's probably Latin. So isn't vomit a Latin word, like vomitus, vomitophobia?
Emetophobia, an intense irrational fear of vomiting, seeing vomit, or feeling nauseous.
Yeah, like Emetrol, the stuff you're supposed to take to suppress the nausea and prevent vomiting.
Good call. So pop your Emetrol and then check out our discussions on Stand By Me, Honora, and The Exorcist at orwhatevermovies.com or wherever you get podcasts.
Honorable mention must be given to Jackass, where they commit to the puking at least, but it's not an effect and probably the least tasteful. Or maybe the tastiest. Anyway, sorry to sneak. There's no way she stuck around, so we can say whatever we want, right? Thanks for puking. No, thanks for playing. Okay, love you. Goodbye.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Electric acid.